How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome. My name is Tristan and this is Captain's Vlog. We are docked in Hvar, which is an island here in Croatia. The time is 5:30 AM. Our guests had a bit of a night last night, shall we say. And now today we're just doing our pre-departure checks. We'll be heading to Miet, which is 56 miles. And Miet, if you don't know, is a national park, a beautiful island. So we'll be anchored there tonight. And during the day today, we'll put all the water sports out, so the jet surfs and the sea bobs and the kayaks and the paddle boards and the wakeboards and the water skis, all that fun stuff. So on my pre-departure checklist at the moment, I've completed the passage plan, I've checked the weather forecasts, we've got our crew and our passenger list updated. The VHF, which is over here, you can see VHF is on and it's operational, currently on channel 1616. I've set the AIS, which is the automatic identification system. So basically it's like a type of tracker. So we have to put in our destination, number of passengers on board, ETAs, and that kind of information. Has the port control been informed of departure? The port control aren't even awake yet, but we informed them yesterday we're leaving early. Has the weather forecast been done yet? Said that's how the port requirements of our pilots. We don't require a pilot here in Hvar because we're under 500 gross tons. I'm not sure, maybe vessels over 500 gross tons require a pilot. I'm not even sure if vessels over 500 gross tons will fit in this port. Anyway, has the chief steward reported the interior secured? Yep, she did that all last night after the guests went to bed. Has the chief engineer confirmed completion of pre-departure? Not yet, we're still waiting for the chief engineer. We're still waiting. Watertight doors openings, so that's been checked. So what we do to check the watertight doors, now go into doors and hatches, and you'll see we have the garage door open and the ECR door open, which is totally normal because that's where Slav the engineer is at the moment. But you see the green lights means everything else is closed, and also the interior did their final inspection last night. The tunnels we've checked already, these are the two tunnel doors. If you haven't seen that video, the secret tunnel on board, I'll put a link here. Is it here or here? One or the other. So that's all good. And then what I can also see here, if I go into my monitoring here, I can see which window portholes are open. Okay, so these are all closed. Now you see these ones here are open. Those are on above the weather deck here. The weather is flat calm, and the guests also have these open to have fresh air flow into the boat because they don't like air conditioning too much. That's fine. So we'll monitor that. I can actually see that those out of the bridge window there. So that's that. So we're happy with that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bullets. There's the engineer. Say good morning to the channel at 5:30.
Good morning to the channel. I just finished one coffee. Now I go for second coffee.
I'm just doing pre-departure checklist, Slav. Yes. Yours all completed?
Yes, my completed. I just need to start the generator and pick up the breakers up.
Okay.
So this is 3 to 5 minutes.
I'm ready for the breakers whenever you're ready, and then we can start main engines and watertight doors closed. Jacuzzi is empty.
I go to check and then I will jump on dock for lines, and we can start to release when we start engine.
Copy that. Cheers, Slav. Right, next on the list, how's the anchor being prepared for emergency use? So our anchor's already down. So in other words, it is already ready for emergency use. So we come into Hvar, we're going to drop an anchor, come to the dock, then they pass us 2 additional ground lines. Have all guests assumed emergency safety and emergency instructions. So what we do, our guest particularly came on board yesterday, and yeah, it's empty. I've checked it already.
Okay, then I go to start.
Perfect. So when we have new guests come on board each time, we do a thing called a safety induction. So I sit them all down. We have a list we go through, we explain what to do in case of emergency, where the must stations are, where the life jackets are, so on and so forth. So that's been done. Has the vessel been checked for stowaways? Yep, all done. Okay, now it's we go through the equipment checklist. So we're going to wait for Slav to turn on the breakers. So we'll be testing the steering pumps, the rudders, the thrusters, the bow thruster. We'll be testing propulsion for starboard and port engine. The gyro is operational. Gyro is good. Is AIS done? You've done that. Yep. Are the communications VHF operating correctly? Yes, tested that. All radars operating. The radars are on and they are operational. Our echo sounders, yeah, we've got currently 3.8 meters beneath the keel. Beneath the keel. Is the GPS giving correct readings? Yes, they are. So the way we determine that is we can read the position from the primary GPS and with the secondary GPS to make sure they're off. Are the fire monitoring systems alarm? So the fire alarm is over there. I can see from here, we've got the green light and it says normal operation. Directly behind me here is our fire suppression system. As you can see, it is also operational. Are all engines, gauges and warning lights in the run condition? Not yet, because we haven't started main engines. Are wing stations prepared and operational? Not yet, because we haven't started main engine. So what we're going to do, when Slab puts up all the breakers, we'll start the main engine. Blah. When Slab puts up all the breakers, we'll start the main engines, start steering pumps number 1 and 2, start the stabilizers and the bow thruster. I'm happy with that. I'm going to take the vessel out from the starboard bridge wing, open up the drawer, take control on starboard bridge wing, do all the necessary checks. Once we're happy, then I'll take that off. Our stabilizer operational? Not yet. Our portable radios for deck, crew, charge, K, Chad, radio check, radio check.
Radio check, good.
Copy. Bullet, radio check, radio check. Engineers, they're terrible at radios. Slab, radio check.
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Copy. The UHF, sorry, are operational. So this morning, rest for sleeping, because I was taking care of a guest last night, so it'll be myself, Slab the engineer, and Chad the deckhand, taking the boat out today, which is fine. There's not a breath of wind out there, and so we'll be good to go, and we've got to wait for the other things to come on. So that's our pre-departure checklist. Almost done guys, almost. A bit of coffee, you know. I'll give you 2 outside actually. Let's have a look outside so you guys can see. Ah, Chad's channel. Good timing. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome back. And here we go. So basically, we've got the steering pumps now. Steering pump number 1, oops, and number 2. You can see he turned on the stabilizer as well, so that is just loading up. Bow thruster is on. We've got the green light. So we want to yes, and then that goes down. Acknowledge. Next, and then we turn the on, and then you'll see this here will center. Give it a minute.
Slav,
Go ahead, Slav.
please confirm to everything is up. Bow thruster is up, stabilizers up, steering gear up, main engine up, and 2 generators online.
Yeah, everything seems to be up, Slav. First thing in the morning. So now you can see it's the stabilizers are now centered. We've got the engine ignition, so we're going to start the main engines. Support engine started. Starboard engine. This is our gyro compass here. It's operational. Then we have our magnetic compass here. Booyah! Come on, get that focus. So we've got the radar. This one here at the moment is set to 0.5 miles. Not sure it's not focusing. Too bright maybe. There we go. That's 0.5. So this one's got set to 3 miles, but we're going to bring it right down in here at the moment to 0.125. So we can see everything here in the port. Look at that, beautiful. CCTV camera. What I like to do when I'm leaving the berth, I like to see what's directly behind me. So I'm going to set it to the guys now removing the lines there, which is great. So this is Hvar, guys. Beautiful, right? Normally you'd see people here coming back the early hours of the morning, but the club's here closing at like midnight, I think. There we have it. 8 radars are operational, ready to go. Check out this catamaran with all the, is that like a flamingos on top and all the inflatables. Very cool, very cool. So we haven't got the chase boat here at the moment. He's meeting us in Miette. We had a bit of a incident with our chase boat. It almost sunk actually. Well, I say almost. We had an ingress of water through the bow thruster. I've done a video on that. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link just here so you can watch it after this video if you like. Only if you like, you don't have to, but you can. Right, now what I'm going to take control on the starboard bridge wing. Now, so we get the wing station out. So now we do get back into the bridge. I'd have to do what's called a changeover for the steering, and then we'll take control of the steering, the bow thruster, and the main engines, port and starboard. And we'll do our pre-departure checks. Once we're happy with that, we'll tick that box. So, do the changeover, take the bow thruster, and now take commands of the throttles. And we're good, and then all we have to do is to wait for the guys. They're just slipping the lines at the moment, and then we will bring the passerelle in, do our checks, and then once happy with that, we'll drop the ground lines, slip the stern line, and then start recovering the starboard anchor. So you see the boys now just bring the passerelle in. Got the GoPro on my head for you guys, look like a right wally. Lucky nobody's here to see me. Anyway. Yeah, nice and calm. So what we're going to do, passerelle's going to come in, and then we're going to start lifting the, drop the two ground lines, start lifting the anchor. We're going to check to make sure it's all plugged in and ready to go while the boys are doing that. Make sure we're looking good. Yep, so we've got the remote. It's plugged in. I'm going to take the brake off now. I'm going to make sure this is engaged, which it is. Take the brake off. It's all good to go. And then what he'll do, we'll drop the two ground lines first, and as we drift kind of out, we'll start recovering the anchor. Okay, Chad, we clear for propulsion checks?
Yeah, for propulsion check.
Okay, I'm going to test the steering first. Okay, steering starboard is good on both rudders.
Yeah, roger, locking, passerelle going in.
Rudder to port is good. Back to the center line. Great. Bow thruster to port. That's good. Bow thruster to starboard. Good. Okay, going port stern.
Copy.
Port ahead. Starboard astern. And starboard ahead. Good. Propulsion good. Steering good. Bow thruster good. So now we sign these up. Are the steering pumps online? Yes. Is steering rudder position indicating work correctly? Yes. Thrusters are good. Are navigation lights and searchlight operational? Yes, they do work, but we're not using them. Are red indicator? Yep, that's working. Wing stations, good. Stabilizer operational? Yes. Have main engine been tested? Yes. And now I've got to sign this. Now we put this into the logbook. So we're going from Motor Yacht AWOL from Hvar, going to Miette. Current time now is 6 AM, perfect timing. So you find 6, you put 00, and then here we put pre the depth checks complete. And Tristan,
Release lines and.
Yeah, you can release both lines now.
Okay.
Tristan, off to the watch, on watch. Good. I've taken the brake off already.
Starboard first.
Yeah, either. Okay, Chad, we are... Sorry, we're untying both the ground lines.
Okay. Let me know when you want me to release starboard stern.
Copy that. So what Slav's doing now, he's just waiting for the line to sink, so we make sure it sinks when we go out. We don't want to get caught around our rudders or our props or our stabilizers.
On the floor, on the bottom.
Onto the bottom. See, it's absolutely crystal clear, so you can see where the line hits the bottom. Chad, as we are coming out, I'll need you on the bow, but let's clear the catamaran on our port side first, the ground line, and then come to the bow. I'm on the starboard bridge wing.
Okay.
Slav, if you want to open the chain locker, I can silence the alarm. All good? Okay, Chad, cleared to release starboard stern line.
Copy, release now.
How tight we are in the berth here. Copy. What are you doing, guys?
Angle is good. Hopefully on port side.
We're using, you can see I'm not actually using the main engines at the moment. We're using the tension on the anchor chain, just pulling the boat out nicely. So use that nice slow momentum. Coming out nice and straight. Now when you're putting up the anchor chain a bit of this size, you don't want too much tension, so you really want the chain up and down when you're lifting, ideally.
Port side catamaran bow is now passing our anchor stations on port side. Our stern is drifting to port. Starboard. Swim platform clearing the port side ground line into water.
Okay, Chad, I can see the alignment from here. You can come to the bow now, thank you.
Okay.
Up, down.
So guys, I'm just going to go have a quick look. There's no wind to worry about on port side to get a better idea what's happening here. So we've got a good distance there. So I'm going to bring the stern a bit more to my starboard side.
One to go.
And the guys are just recovering the anchor at the moment. Beautiful day, beautiful morning. Early morning's the best time to leave port because nobody's awake. It's normally quite calm and it's very peaceful. It's very quiet. This is the best time to visit the town. So you just said we got red on deck. So the way we label our anchor is every shackle, which is around 27 meters. We use the acronym rub your balls with grease. So rub red, yaw yellow, balls blue with white, grease green as each shackle. So Chad just said we've got red now, which means we have one shackle left, 27 meters left of chain. Now I can see on my stern I've completely cleared both the ground lines on the vessels, or both on port and on starboard side. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go stern on both engines just to stop the momentum of the vessel going forward. Slav just gave me an indication to go stern a bit as well.
Up, down, last 10 meters. From the bottom.
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to the rudder hot over to port.
Anchor on water line, clean and ready to go in pocket.
Bring her home. Rudder to port, I put my starboard ahead, port astern. Now we just pivot on the point. No thrust is really needed at this point. And I'm going to take the starboard back into neutral and keep it on port astern. I want to get a bit closer that way because we spin round. You've got to realise the stern's going to then go into there, so you want to give yourself enough space. Just come back a bit, and then I'm going to hit starboard ahead. I'm still in port astern, rudder still to port, and then we'll see as we line up the exit to the port. We'll put the rudder centered again. So I'm happy with that. I'll take the port engine back into neutral, and then I'm going to start bringing the rudder to the center line, and now I'm just starboard ahead, and now we go port ahead just to stop that momentum of the bow coming around a little bit, and there we have it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm happy with that, got enough space. I'm going to take control back in the bridge, so I'm going to put the changeover. Then I'm going to take control here. I'm going down to one steering pump, take control of the main engines. That's good, happy with that. And now I'm going to come back outside to close the wing door. Grab the camera. Fenders, all fenders in. To the bow, please, yeah. Cool. Yep, so as always chaps, really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up button is much appreciated. If you enjoyed watching this video and you want to see more videos like this, then I would recommend that you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, good. So you don't miss any future videos, guys. Anyway, all kidding aside guys, really hope you did enjoy it, and look forward to seeing all the next video. See you and ciao.